Hello, my people. I decided to go live on both of my devices today because there is a delay on Instagram when I go back and forth on this computer. I got to have two different screens open. So I'm like, I'm just going to do IG on my phone and I'll do the other streaming on my computer. So, how is everyone doing tonight? Hello, Janet. Hello, Transformational Beauty 444. Hello, Adi. A Jake. Is that how you say your name? A Jake? So I wanted to speak to you guys today because every day I have to come on here with a story for y'all because of the conversations that I be having with people. Like I can't make this stuff up. So I want to know from you guys' perspective what success looks like for you. And if you want to come on the live, either on Facebook or wherever you're tuning in from, just press the request. And I'd like for you to tell me in a few minutes, like what success looks like for you. Because I feel like, especially being a consultant and a coach, the the image that we have in our mind for what success looks like definitely differs for everyone. And I talk about this all the time. Like success for one person can be living in the woods in a three house cabin, right? Um, where their overhead isn't a lot, but they're able to live financially free because they can go fishing every day. They can live off of their land, like they're happy in that. And the success for someone else could look like a 8 bedroom house, 7 bath, three antique cars. But today I got my hair done. You guys like my hair? So I tried this new hairdresser out and I study astrology, as you guys know. So I'm talking to sis and it's giving heat. Do you hear me? The fire is coming off of her. Everything that I'm saying, she has a juxtaposition, which is fine because I don't need yes men, but I can tell when someone is going out of their way to be objective, if you will. And her assistant was speaking to me about my boot camp. And I told her what I do and I showed her some of my articles, things of that nature. And she was like, oh, well, I'd like to sign up. I'm like, no problem. And as we're talking, she's like, she doesn't want to work as hard. She wants to create big impact and make a lot of money, but she doesn't want to work as hard. And I'm like, because we were trained somewhere along the line that hard work is what makes us successful or it's what's going to earn us money, and it's absolutely not true. Let me tell you guys, when I had Chloe's Corner, I did a lot of things in my life. I opened up a recording studio with no, like, not coming from a rich family. I then opened up my first consulting company in that same building, right? So we're talking about 20 something year old me. I opened that up at 27. I had the recording studio on the sixth floor, the consulting firm on the fifth floor. I was doing amazing things. And Chloe's Corner was still one of the hardest things that I had to do. I had two physical spaces, and that one physical space was one of the hardest things I had to do. And that also had to do with the pandemic. I had to fight a world epidemic during a time where no one wanted to come outside. My business was based on people coming outside. So you can imagine how stressful that was. And I remember having that turning point when it was like, all right, I can get the business credit, I can get the funding to come back from this, right? But what I had to put into it, right? The thought process, the creativity, would I be able to come back from that? And that's the type of question you have to ask yourself when it's coming to success. What does success look like to you? Yeah, I could have came back from that. Yeah, I could have gotten I had access to the money, right? So it wasn't about coming back from the deficit, but it's how deficient it would have made me going through the comeback. And is that success? What success had looked like Me killing myself trying to still fight the stigmas of people who don't want to stand close to each other, who's still scared to gather, arguing with landlords about not wanting to honor certain things. But yeah, I have the money, I can do it. But it have been success to keep the place open under those conditions, just for the sake of saying that I'm open. And I'm sure we would have made money. That's not the question. We had some of the greatest things happen there, from stars renting the place to like Mayor Bloomberg running his presidential campaign from there. So the place was going to attract what it was going to attract, because mindset, energy, it brings what you reflect, right? So there was always going to be great things that happen there. But would that have been success to you guys? And I'm curious to know. The reason being, as I go back to this hairdresser. So I'm in the chair and I'm telling the young lady, her assistant, we're taught that hard work is what defines our success. And she was like, nobody ever taught me that. This is the hairdresser. No one ever taught me that. I said, oh, so then where did you get that from? She was like, I just like to work hard. I was like, really? So she was like, yeah, I like to work hard or I don't feel effective. Somewhere along the line, guys, I'm telling you, someone drilled that in her head that this equals that. She didn't just come up with this for no reason. Um, Outside of boredom, there's no reason why anyone would want to work hard. Let me make this clear. Working hard and working effectively and efficiently are two different things. I'm not telling you guys to be lazy in work. I'm not telling you guys to not have integrity in what you put out. But when you are monetizing or gifting the world something that is your natural talent, something that you have mastered, you're an expert in, or even an intermediate knowledge of it, where it's second nature, it's not hard work. You may put in a lot of time because some people, they love it. So when they're away from their work, they can start to develop anxiety or depression in sometimes, right? But it's not necessarily like hard work. She literally said, I like to work myself to the bone. I said, homegirl, you can have it. I'm not here to go into competition about who can outwork or outkill themselves, because that's not what success looks like to me. Working until I'm tired and weary and don't have time to do anything to relax. She literally said when she's relaxing or she's doing things outside of work that she feels inadequate. That's not success, because I want all of you guys to be successful, to break past the five and $10,000 months, so that you can travel the world, so that you can see things. I remember when I entered my 30s, one of the guys that I met, he had never left New York City, and he was 30 years old. He never left New York City, and so many things went through my mind. Of course, I grew up in a different culture, so I was able to, go back to my mom's country and visit other countries. But I mean, even another state, you know what I'm saying? Like he never got on a plane. Let me not say that. He may have went to Jersey. He never got on a plane. He never went to Vegas. He never went to Florida. He never did anything. And I remember thinking, like, there's such a big world outside of us. And if we're just contained to the things that we're around or the environment that we're in, we would never be able to expand our thoughts. We would never be able to have perspectives um, that are beyond our environment. It's really the case of nature versus nurture. And when we think about success, yeah, we want to go, we want to have fun. A lot of people want to do it for the gram. A lot of people want to, post it on their Facebook, but you want to do it for the experience, for the growth experience of your lifetime here. You want to be able to do these things freely. You want to share them with people you love. This is what the work is for, not to work yourself to the bone and die from the work. You want the work to serve you as well as you're doing service in the work. My work specifically, I serve people. So I came on here today during this moon hour, and I really wanted to know. We're going into Saturn time for those of you guys who don't know planetary hours. The moon hours, the things we're feeling. Saturn is the lessons that we're learning. Jody said, I'm tired of working. Well, Jody, we're not trying to lose you from work because your work brings us entertainment. Your work brings us life. We live for some of the moments that you be having on TV, girl, and some of the pictures. So we're not trying to lose you from working anytime soon, mamas. And some of the stuff that you're working on now, that's going to be so just such a great experience for people. I'm sorry, Jody. We're gonna need you around working for a bit longer, but we don't want you working hard to the bone. And I know how much you love enjoyment, Shani's voice. So we want that work and play to be well, we want more play than work, honestly. You want to get in and you want to work on things and do such a good damn job that the job that you're doing succeeds the time that you've done it, right? So if I'm coaching you, yes, girl, enjoyment. If I'm coaching you, I got to send you something I'm working on that just got okay. Yes, let me look at it. If I'm coaching you, that coaching has to go beyond the moment that I'm in this room with you. There's some people where they're like in the room and they're like, yes, this is amazing. I feel so motivated. I can do it because the speech is good, right? I'm giving you this great motivational speech. The speech is good. You leave the room and you execute nothing. You didn't make a dollar. I gave you everything. You didn't make a dollar. Why? There's some people who like to be in the phase of learning. They like to be in the phase of just saying that I took this training, I took this course, I went to this meeting, I was in this master class. They like the energy of it, but they don't want to actually move forward and do the work. And I didn't say the hard work, just the actionable steps, you know? But they'll sign up for everything. They'll pay for every and not do that work. So is that success? Like they showed up, right? Some people think the success is just I bought the course and I showed up, but they're not showing up and actually executing the skills, the steps. Does it make sense to me? So I really had to come on here and ask you guys. And if you're not watching this in real time, please leave a comment and let me know what success looks like to you guys, because some of the things I see people doing and how they're showing up and even the things they're saying, I don't feel whole if I don't work myself to the bone. I'm definitely not the coach for you if that's what you're trying to do. I'm all about executing your thoughts, getting those visions out, monetizing off of it. We have one life. So try it. Why not? What do you got to lose, right? But I'm not about your health being compromised, your quality of life, your social life, your spirituality, your sanity. I'm not about that. I'm not about that working to the bone. I don't want to work to the bone. That's why I had to create some boundaries and some tiers and layers to how I serve. Success means I'm not feeling like I'm hustling. The time I devote to my business literally flies by because exactly. And I know you have a good balance, Janet, because there's times when you're like, oh no, this is family this week and I'm doing this, or this whole day I'm with my husband, I'm doing this. So that's success, that work-life balance, and still being fulfilled in your work. I have such a good time when I'm working with people, when I'm coaching. I can be tired, dead tired, guys. And as soon as I get on Janet has seen it. As soon as I get on a coaching call, man, it's like a shot of espresso. And I don't drink coffee. I don't drink, Red Bull. I don't take these things. That adrenaline comes from me doing what I love. I can do it for hours. I can do it but I don't, because I still have to. Coaching is spiritual for me. Coaching is something that comes from a gift. I'm burning calories. I'm exuding so much, So I still have to be careful with it myself, and I don't burn out without even realizing it. Burnout it's not always obvious, guys. You can love something so much and be so caught up with it that you're just pouring. You don't have anyone. You're not pouring back in. I always say, thank God for my fairy godmothers, because they come and they make sure. Thank God for my husband, for my mom, my sister. They come and they make sure, because I will be on that hamster wheel, just running because I'm having a good time. I'm having a good time. I'm not chasing like money or anything like that. I'm literally just having a good time. I love being in my purpose and doing what I do. But I realize a big part of that in my purpose is creating these life moments with the people I love. Oh my goodness. So when y'all talk about success, no budget travels. Well, Cutie Sash, no budget travels. Can we get no budget concert tickets too? Can we add that to the list? I'm waiting to get there. I would like no budget concert tickets, front row, backstage and that. Shani just came. Hey, enjoyment. We were just talking about you. You know. So I really want, when you guys are thinking about success, when you guys are really, I want you guys to learn that lesson. When you're thinking about success and you're thinking about the things you want to accomplish, you have to have a monetary budget. Yes, we know. You got bills, you got things you want to buy, you got a lifestyle that you want to live. Absolutely. Money, finances has to be up there, but it can't just be all that. Impact has to be up there. And I'm going to tell you guys, I only work with people who want to create impact driven brands for themselves. I only work with those kind of people. Anyone can come to my events, can come to my boot camp, can buy my courses. But when I'm going to pour into someone, when I'm going to burn them calories, when I'm going to give that spiritual gift that I have, it's going to be someone who's going to create impact on community, right? So even creating that boundary for myself on how I'm going to exude the success that I want in that business, because I have more than one business. Yeah, I have more than one business. So today or tomorrow, one of my app blows and it sells for $1 billion. I'm still going to do this. That's success. Like, I'm still going to do this because I love it. So nothing is going to stop me from doing this one way or another. I'm going to create the impact and work with people and get my ideas out and help them see themselves in ways that they never even fathom. I'm going to do that. It doesn't matter how much money I make. I'm still going to do it. I may be doing it from Bali with my girls there, right? I may be doing it from Thailand, And matter of fact, I'm probably going to stream from Mexico with Sasha next month. More than likely, I'm going to be doing coaching from there. Because I have a lot of trips that I traveled more in the last year than I did probably my whole life combined. And it had nothing to do with finances or not being able to do it. It was because I didn't have a healthy work-life balance. And I had to have, my girls had to actually come and pull me out of that mindset. There's always something to do. There's always people to serve. There's always impact to be given. And it's like, well, girl, what about the impact that you're taking away from our life experiences? What about our sisterhood? What about these things that we need to be doing? I'm like, wow, that's a big part of success. That's why we do it, you know? So I ask you guys to really sit and think. When you think about your success, when you think about what your goals are, hey, Queen C. Simon, when you think about it, think about that monetary number. Absolutely. Think about the impact that you want it to have, but think about the lifestyle that you want. Think about how you want to show up. How often do you want to travel? You got to factor that in your budget. And what does that look like? Are you flying first class or coach? It's okay if you fly in coach. You don't have to fly first class. You don't have to pay business class. That's fine. You're getting where you got to go, right? But you have to factor your lifestyle, what success looks like for you, in order to even get that monetary number. And for some people, that changes. So you see this guy over there making $3 million a month. You think you got to make $3 million. Maybe your life doesn't even permit that. Maybe you're good off of a $30K a month, and that's financial freedom to you. Because New York, I was telling my friend today, she lives in DC. And I said to her, it's so crazy how $1 million is different here. Like, I live in $1 million home. My house costs $1 million, and it's a big house. It's by great amenities, but $1 million house here versus if I go to Atlanta, if I go to Texas, if I go to certain places and put that $1 million in, I would have a monastery. I'm in the city. Everybody knows I'm from Brooklyn. I'm in Brooklyn, right? So we don't have a lot of land here. We're obviously not paying for the assets, right? We're not paying for the land assets here. But everything that it comes with New York comes with, we pay more. But $1 million goes a long way differently somewhere else. So when I tell people like, no, I have an investment property that's worth 1.5, I have a seven-figure network. But when you see people that are on their 2 acres, they got horses, you wouldn't think we have the same network because two of these things are not the same. You know what I mean? Our lives are different. So for me, I would never be like, oh, I need to make $1 million. I know that's not enough. Not here. Not to get the acres here, right? Not to be where you want to be here. So you have to do it for where you're at. And if you don't want to have to get up and leave your city or leave where you're from to make it somewhere else, then you got to know in your mind what that number looks like. Now, again, we're talking about success. We're not talking about working till you die for things. So once you get that first number, what that looks like to live where you want to live, drive where you still like Sasha said, no travel budget. You want to, if traveling is your thing, you have to factor that in, what that lifestyle looks like. Maybe you want to go away once a month. Maybe you want to make sure that you're traveling somewhere every quarter, every 2 months or something. What does that look like? Because one has to serve the other for it to fully be success. You have to be able to pour into yourself. It's like work hard, play harder. That is success. And like you could do like me, even when I'm traveling, I'm working, but it don't feel like work because I'm tuning in with you guys. I can do a master class in a hotel room because I know my stuff. I don't need, all the fancy things. And I know that the people are showing up, they're showing up for that information. And I'm in a beautiful place. I'm feeling good. I got some I'm feeling ambitious from my environment. I'm definitely coming with something extra sauce, right? I'm coming with that extra sauce. So I really want you guys to ask yourself what success looks like and go past just the monetary number. Envision what success looks like to you. For me, for a while, success looked like never taking the train. I didn't take the train for years, right? Like I didn't take the train for years. When I say years, it had to be like 5, 6, like 10 years. I didn't take the train. And now success looks like for me to be able to effectively and independently take the train and get to the city fast. That's something that's a part of my success. It has nothing to do with a monetary number, but an actionable thing because I want to go to the city more. I didn't like going to the city for the first 40 years of my life, but now I like the amenities. I like being able to go meet people there. I like to go visit my friend there and stay out in the city with her. So I don't want to be stuck in traffic because that doesn't feel like success when I'm in traffic. It doesn't feel like success. So I have to figure out ways to get to point A to B in the most successful way. And that's everything that you're doing in life. Any business you want to build, any relationship that you want to cultivate, anything you want to envision for yourself. That's how you have to do it. What is the best way for me to do this that doesn't add agony to the process? Because nobody wants to do anything in agony. You're not going to stay motivated. You're not going to be able to really pour into it what you need to. And you're not going to get the effects, the after results that you need because you're doing this in agony. And don't do something in agony and it's service based because then your energy that you're giving is agony for the other person, right? So you got to figure out the best and effective ways, the most efficient ways to do the big thing. I'm never going to tell you guys not to do the big thing. Do the big thing. I'm working on huge things and I'm so excited about. There's success in just trying, right? And if you don't succeed the first time, dust yourself off and try again. Try a different tactic. Don't look at things as failures. Look at them as strategy opportunities and ways to think outside the box and to sharpen your skill sets. Perspective is a hell of a thing, and perspective allows you to cultivate a different mindset. Your perspective plays a big role in your mindset. So I had to come on here today and ask you guys what success looks like to you because when Homegirl said to me, she does not feel successful unless she's working herself to the bones. I said, I know you lying. I want to know how many people out here think that. And I'm here to tell you there is a difference between working effectively and working hard. One has nothing to do with the other. Working efficiently and effectively does not mean hard work. It doesn't mean you have to work hard. It doesn't mean you have to work hard. Being impactful, serving many, giving good quality and integrity doesn't mean that you have to work hard. It doesn't. It just means that you need to know how to work effective and efficient. And there may be some times where you're doing a little more work than others, like especially implementing things that you want to automate, stuff like that. But once that's done, that's done. So don't tap into that mindset that success has to be hard and grueling and only those who work hard and work themselves to the bone needs to be successful. You wouldn't believe some of the things I've discovered on some of the greatest success. You wouldn't believe it. You know, a lot of these things are taught to us from somewhere. It's learned behavior. Unlearn it quick. Unlearn it quick. And continue to follow me because I will be the first to tell you and show you, you know, that it's not true. And if you're really looking to get yourself to the next levels, if you're really looking to do it fast, effectively, and efficiently, click the link in my bio. I'm going to always tell you I'll click the link in my bio. Whether you click is on you or not. I'm still going to be doing what I do, you know. I'm still going to be serving. I'm still going to have these other businesses. I'm here to make sure that you guys don't buy into this narrative that I've been hearing when it comes to your success and your well-being. I was that person. I was definitely that person. I remember there were times where for we would go away, like we went to Vegas, and I'd be so caught up in a thought or wanting to not waste a minute to enjoy life because I wanted to work on this thing. And we're out there for my birthday and I don't go to the club. Could you imagine? I don't make it to the club for my birthday party because I'm so obsessed with hard work. I'm so obsessed with this is what it looks like. Sacrifice, do this, give up the things, and you'll be successful. This is foolishness. I should have went to that party. It wouldn't have changed nothing today or tomorrow. You know what it probably could have changed? I could have went to that party, had such a good time, and been innovative from something that happened there, and then came back and did better work. But I was working myself to the bone and literally in circles. I don't want that for you guys. I don't want you guys to want that for yourself. So if you're ready to get to that next level, click that link. If you're tired of the concept that success has to be grueling and hard, click that link. If you're undercharging for your services, click that link. If you're ready to become a person of influence, positive influence. If you out here trying to take over the world and brainwash people to do bad, don't click the link. I'm not talking to you. I'm not talking to you. Keep walking by. I'm not talking to you. If you're really out here trying to create a positive impact for yourself, for your family, and for others, click that link. I can't wait to hear from you. I want to work with you. I want to discover things with you that you probably never even knew that you were sitting on. You know, if you guys came on my live the other day, I was speaking to a guy and I was like, I haven't spoken to you in about 8 years. And right there and then, I'm like, you have a 7-figure framework. That's so easy because I knew his story. Some of y'all don't even know. And some of y'all don't need $1 million. It's nice to have. Some of y'all just need a good 300, 400K. That's even easier. Even easier. You know, well, nothing is hard or easy. Money moves at the same speed. It's just what you put out is how you're going to put in, how you price yourself, how you package it. The results that you give people is what the value is going to be to them. I see Banbury Street Creation. So I know you're a candle company, right? I always talk about candle companies because candle companies have such great potential, especially if they're candle companies that are in the wellness sector of being non-toxic, burning longer, not using things that can mess your body up, but also teaching other people how to do what you did. There's so many ways that you can do that. There's so many packages you can put together, $5,000, $10,000, and take on 10 people a month. 30-day accelerator. That's 100K a month. It's so much easier than you think. You just have to deliver the integrity at the end. And you got to know what the result is for the people. I know people that are here. There are people who are coaching people in Confidence, right? $20,000 for me to help you get confidence. That's not a stupid thing because confidence is what allows you to show up and say, I'm going to charge this. I'm going to ask for that raise at work. I'm going to stand up for myself in this situation. Confidence is a very important part of this process. But imagine telling someone, I can help you become more confident so that you can XYZ. That'd be $10,000. And your face is serious, and they know to them what that's going to do for them. They know that that confidence is going to get them to the bottom line that they want or the desired outcome. So it's a no-brainer. Yeah. Give, please, I need the confidence. Here, take my $10,000. So unsubscribe to that. As they say, Tamika, let me know this was a British. Every mickle make a muckle. Yeah, it does. But if you waste too much time with trying to do the $20 sales, and that's what your whole company model is based on, that can't be success. I'm telling you, don't even put that in the chat. That's not success. That's not what success looks like. You can have that there. You want to diversify what you're selling and how you're selling and who can buy at the moment. Excuse me, especially automated things. But that can't be your success. You have to see the value in what you have to offer and what you are able to offer. And sometimes it's that thing that you've been taking for granted that you've been helping people with for free all your life and didn't realize it was something you can monetize on. That's usually the case. That's usually the case. That's been the case on how I've helped so many people. And guess what? You wouldn't be the first. You're not going to be the last. But don't be one of the people who don't get the enlightenment and create the life that you want from it. So until next time, Clovers, peace out. Click the link in the bio, tell a friend to tell a friend, and I'll see you guys at the boot camp.